What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and we finally have some breaking news about DLC 1 for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Yes, earlier today, Treyarch finally teased the next Zombies map, which won't be dropping until February 24th, but if you're wondering why it took me so long to get this video out, allow me to explain. So not only do I not rush my videos like other people do, but on top of that, I usually post my videos later on in the day, since that's when YouTube actually decides to work and pushes out my content for more of you to see. Not sure why that is, but that's why I'm on this kind of late evening schedule for my videos, and hopefully you guys understand that. But something that shocked me a couple of hours ago was a comment that I saw on a TGR video, and the comment stated, you know, the intel in Black Ops Cold War Zombies consistently references February the 15th, and we're all kind of scratching our heads like, why is it referencing that day? And I almost forgot that that would have been the start date of Season 2 if Season 1 hadn't been delayed. As you guys might remember, Season 1 was supposed to start on December the 10th, but got pushed back 6 days to December the 16th. Therefore, it moved the Season 2 start date, which would have been February 15th, to February the 24th. I almost forgot about that, but what that means, the intel in Black Ops Cold War Zombies was always going to hint at the next Zombies map and when it actually would release, which is real fascinating on Treyarch's end, but they unfortunately did not change the intel date from the 15th to the 24th, but definitely a good catch from that comment that I saw over on a TGR video. Now, before we jump into the new tease, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to use code DYNAMITE if you want to save 10% on any Control Freak orders. Their link is, of course, down below in the description. So, starting off with a quick announcement, Double Weapon XP will be live in both Black Ops Cold War and Warzone starting on January the 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific, and will end on January 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific as well. Treyarch went ahead and tweeted that Project Endstation, a reference to Die Maschine, was only the beginning, and here we have it, our first look at DLC 1. As it says, this is the place I spoke of, Omega Outpost 25. Omega Portal Chamber, this is where the portal is maintained to the Dark Ether. More soon, R. So look at the elephant in the room here. Who is M and who is R? Is that a reference to Samantha Maxis and then Edward Richtofen? Could the R be Ronald Reagan? I mean, imagine if we got a Ronald Reagan operator at some point this year. I would love to see that, but maybe Richtofen is finally going to return. As I talked about a couple of weeks ago, we kind of got a tease for Eddie already within some Dark Ether intel over on the Nuketown Zombies Onslaught. The description of the intel at the main menu references Eddie, but for some reason in the intel itself, Eddie isn't mentioned, but somebody by the name of Keith is mentioned. So is Keith this Eddie character, or was it a mistake on Treyarch's end, and they meant to have that description for a future set of intel? Who actually knows what's going on with Eddie, but he could return as soon as Season 2, and that would be amazing, but I almost expect a big reveal like Eddie to be saved for maybe DLC 3 or 4 later on in the season, but I'll take whatever they have in store. Now, looking at the layout of the Zombies map, will it be exactly the same Khe-Sanh from the Black Ops 1 campaign mission? Will it be a combination of that with Firebase Z from the Black Ops Cold War campaign? You know, I think the Firebase Ripcord is a very nice location for a Zombies map, and there is so much textured and playable in that mission that you can't even access, so clearly there was an intention to maybe use that in the future, which works out for a Zombies map. As I've covered in a previous video, we essentially get an early gameplay preview of DLC 1 Zombies by playing Khe-Sanh from Black Ops 1 and the Firebase mission in Black Ops Cold War. In the Firebase mission, you could use a glitch to get out of bounds and walk around these playable areas, which would fit perfectly in a Zombies map. Now, the other question is, will Shinonuma at all be incorporated onto this layout that we see? The layout does look like a pretty good size, and it's unclear if this is the entire map. It could be. Now, if it's the same size as Die Maschine, I would almost guess the Easter egg might be on the same level, but that's of course just a pure theory. Maybe the map will be just as easy as Die Maschine, but then that's kind of the unfortunate standard that I've been thinking about. The standard for this map is already being raised pretty damn high. Expectations are through the roof for this map because of such a long wait from Die Maschine to DLC 1. Can this map live up to the Eisendrache? Who knows? I think it's definitely possible. This is definitely a environment that we haven't seen on a Zombies map just yet, so anything's plausible, right? The map could be a banger, but don't forget we're still in the pandemic, and yeah, the Eisendrache also got a solid month of marketing, which looks like that's what they have planned for DLC 1 Firebase Z, which I'm happy with, but at the same time too, keep your expectations real reasonable. Don't expect too much from this map, considering Treyarch is still working from home on this next Zombies experience, but once they head back to the studio and work, you know, as they usually do, I'd expect a little bit more from what they're going to be doing with Zombies and other modes as well. Now, also a quick shout out to Eric Maynard for posting a colorized version of this brand new Firebase Z teaser. We get a much better perspective on the trees and the environment, more more detail in the center, but it's still unclear as to whether or not this is the entire map layout, and even if it is, that's fine, because bigger isn't always better, and wait until you actually load into the map for the first time before judging the scale and size of the map itself. It could feel smoother than Die Maschine, it could have a better Easter egg than Die Maschine, so definitely be patient before judging a zombies map just off a teaser alone, and there could very well be some secret areas that aren't included on this teaser either, some secret areas that could even resemble Shinonuma. Now, will cutscenes return? Because with Die Maschine, of course, we got a beautiful intro cutscene along with the reveal of the map, but then we never ended up getting an outro cutscene for the map. It was kind of a very awkward ending, which reused assets from the campaign when you exfil. I think it's actually a similar exfil to Fireteam as well from multiplayer, so again, it's very possible that in every upcoming zombies map we end up just exfilling at the very end. Totally a possibility, and hopefully that isn't the case, but now it's like, alright, when do we get the intro cutscene for this map? It does seem like, based on their tweet and based on the image itself, that we're going to be getting marketing every day leading up to 115 day. Hopefully they continue marketing this upcoming zombies map almost every day before it launches next month, but if it's leading up to something on 115 day, what could the big reveal end up being, right? Could the intro cutscene be released this Friday? Totally plausible, and again, it does remind me of Die Maschine, where the intro cutscene was released quite a while before the launch of Black Ops Cold War, so don't be surprised if that happens. Now, it's also a question, right? How do cutscenes work going forward, at least for the intros? Will the intros be released, alongside the map's release, or will the intros for the new zombies map be released when a new season begins? What if when season 2 comes out, that's when we get the intro cutscene, right? When you boot up the game, you get to watch it for the first time. What if that's the case instead of actually watching it when you boot up the map itself? Could be plausible considering how Die Maschine works, where you can't actually watch it by booting up the map like we were accustomed to in previous Treyarch Zombies maps. But like I said previously, really keep your expectations as neutral as possible for this Friday. I mean, at the very most, I would say early access to Tombstone on Die Maschine through the Wonder Fizz machine, maybe, just maybe, Nocturne Toten Survival as well. I mean, that wouldn't be hard to do, and if anything, it was supposed to release with the launch of the games. Maybe it's being held back for whatever reason, but could be ready by this Friday. But again, please do not set your expectations too high. I already see people online setting their expectations high for a new map or something, and then when the actual event begins on Friday, with whatever surprise it is, people are going to be bitching on Twitter, on Reddit. Please be respectful. I mean, 115 day never has been a big day anyway for Treyarch Zombies. They've always dropped something and acknowledged it, but it's never been some big release or some big reveal by any means. But you know what? They could definitely spice things up this Friday. And of course, we're getting cranked with the start of the mid-season update, which does go live, I think, either Wednesday night or Thursday afternoon. I'm not too sure on the release date of the update just yet. Now, I do have another video planned before the mid-season update does go live for Black Ops Cold War, and considering we're going to get more marketing for Firebase Z, I'll end up incorporating information about that marketing whenever that new video goes live. I'll just include that info right in there. But one thing I want to say is that it is a bit upsetting considering that we do know where we're going to be going in every DLC, unless plans change. Everything was hinted through intel and radios in-game thus far, which is fine because Black Ops 3 was kind of in a similar boat where we essentially knew where we were going every single DLC and what character we were going to be going after. And in Black Ops 4, kind of the same thing with the Ether storyline at least, but I would still love for there to be a surprise as to where we're going to be going next. Maybe those surprises later this season. But how do you guys feel that a majority of the story, at least right now, has been told through intel and some radios? I mean, that's kind of the traditional storytelling method anyway for Treyarch Zombies before cutscenes came into the mix during late Black Ops 2 and then of course Black Ops 3 and 4. So I think it does make sense to go back to the roots of storytelling with that, but something does of course feel off, right? We're not getting a lot of storyline between the characters we play as, there's no outro cutscene, so it's a bit to get used to, I would say, at least for people that are new to zombies and never really experienced traditional storytelling from World at War, Black Ops 1, early Black Ops 2. So let's see how that works out, but I think later on in the season we're going to be seeing Treyarch put in their all, because Die Maschine to begin with was a World War II zombies sequel. It was a Sledgehammer Zombies map. It wasn't even Treyarch's idea to begin with, so let's see Treyarch come back into their roots and, put out some zombies maps that hopefully are on the same scale as some of the bangers from Black Ops 3 and 4. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the first teaser for DLC 1 of Black Ops Cold War Zombies? And as a reminder, I am posting this video late since that's kind of the schedule that I'm on right now with posting videos, since that's when my videos usually do best. That's when YouTube pushes the videos out to recommended. It's something weird with the algorithm, so that's why I've been doing that. But if you guys are like, oh, you're late to the info, it doesn't matter. I mean, everybody has their own take on this new teaser, and if you want to hear my take, then you have the option of tuning into my video whenever I post that. But that is about it. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.